Hello everyone, what's going on? And welcome back to our career mode journey here with Watford. Apologies for the delay between the last episode and this one. We're back today though with episode 6 and we've got the whole month of January to show you. There's transfer news, we've got both legs of our Carabao Cup semi-final against Spurs and Premier League action as well. So sit back, relax and hopefully enjoy. There is no live matches in this episode, so which is why it is a bit of a shorter one today. But we should have episode 7 for you out tomorrow, 6 p.m. UK time. And we will have live games in that one. Because we had so much to do in January, I wanted to make sure I covered the whole month in this video. So that is why we played a bunch of these matches. And hopefully we've got a Carabao Cup final to look forward to as well, because we'll beat Spurs over the 2 legs. That is the aim anyway. To show you the squad at the start of this January transfer window, here it is. I did say we've got some transfer news for you, so that will change how our team looks at the end of January, just to let you know. And also, here is our shortlist. A number of these players were given to me by you lovely people in the comment section. So that is what our shortlist is looking like. In terms of the money as well, we've got about, I want to say, 10, 15 million pounds to spend, but I might be wrong with that. Speaking of Watford Spurs, we've got 3 games against Spurs today. Both of them in the Carabao Cup, but we've also got them in the Premier League. And that is the first game that we are showing you right here. So this is the first of 3. And if we were able to win this, it sets us up with all the confidence to go on and try and beat them in the Carabao Cup semi-finals. And Grant, inside 9 minutes, saw what should have been Watford 1-0 in front, but for a great save from Hugo Lloris. Grant has arguably been our best player in front of goal this season. There's not many more you'd want that chance to fall to in front of goal. But yeah, what a save from Lloris. And with 15 minutes to go, all square, Spurs had more corners, but we were very much in this game as Grant, left-hand side. Look at this for a cross into the middle. There's João Pedro, heads home. Watford 1, Spurs 0, 10 minutes to play here at Vicarage Road. And we were on course for a huge 3 points. And not only that, but a bit of confidence and momentum before the other 2 games we have against Spurs. So I was absolutely buzzing to see us beat them here. Yes, we had home advantage. Yes, we rode our luck a little bit at times in the game, but we gave as good as Spurs were giving our way in terms of the chances. So yeah, honestly, heading into this first leg here, we had them at Vicarage Road pretty much straight after that Premier League game. I wasn't really fearing Spurs all that much. The 4-2-4 that we play, we know we can create chances. It's just whether or not we take them. Grant, Dennis, Brereton Diaz, and Ismail Assar as the front 4 for us. But it's a very, very good Spurs side as well, isn't it? Yeah, they stick with their 5 at the back. Lloris once again in goal. Vanaken the captain. And 12 minutes into this, Kulusevski gets into our penalty area. Right-hand side, trying to put the cross into the middle. Sissoko blocks it with his arm, says the referee. Penalty kick, Spurs. I decided to leave the penalties on after all that. Yeah, I just think they had a little bit of something to the series. As much as some of the penalty decisions I don't agree, or I don't agree with. I don't know if you saw the one in real life recently, the Everton City game where Rodri handled the ball inside the penalty area. It wasn't given. I mean, it was a penalty, right? So I just thought to myself, given that, let's just keep it on anyway and see what happens. We saved the penalty. Ben Foster, heroic save in the end, though, to deny Spurs an opening goal. And then half an hour into this, we started to grow into the game ourselves. Danny Rose's ball to Grant, gets to the byline, across the face, a goal, and there's Brereton Diaz. And all of a sudden, Spurs' strong start nullified because Watford had the lead. Are we dreaming of a cup final, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it certainly looked that way. Second half, 60 minutes in, as there's a transfer confirmed. Lacazette joining Everton. Kulusevski does brilliantly to hold off the challenge of Danny Rose here. Skip finds Richarlison. He tries a bit of intricacy as he chips the ball in the air and then volleys it goalwards. Foster with a save. And we were sort of holding on in this second half, trying to see out the victory. But unfortunately for us, Heung-min Son with a delightful finish into the top left corner, beating Ben Foster with 20 minutes to play. And then even worse, 2 minutes from time, Son, edge of the penalty area, goes for goal. Another penalty to Spurs. This time around, Troost Kong, the player to have handled it. And you can see this one. I mean, Sissoko's, I was a bit annoyed by. I felt his hands were by his side. yeah, that one I can't be so frustrated with. I think that is a penalty. So, unluckily for us and Trooster Kong, who'd otherwise had a fantastic game here, Vanaken stepped up off the inside of the post and we were beaten at Vicarage Road on the first leg. Watford 1, Spurs 2. Gotta say though, match facts wise, I think we had about 2 shots to Spurs' 9. So, honestly, that was pretty fair a result from the game. But given that we were 2 minutes away from getting a 1-1 draw, which would have set us up nicely for the second leg, we're a little bit annoyed by that. And then in the transfer window, news came through that Frankfurt had made an offer for Karim Adeyemi, who is a player that one of you lovely people had suggested to me. And if you don't know who Adeyemi is, he's a bit of a beast in career mode. He's got a great potential, so I decided that we had to act quickly and try and sign him ourselves. Eventually, £15 million agreed with Salzburg for his signature. I think that's a bargain for a player like Adeyemi, who is going to be a superstar in the future. He'll wear the number 11 shirt for the remainder of this season, but I do plan on changing around the squad numbers moving into next year once we let go of a couple of players and maybe bring a couple more in. Our youth academy is looking pretty stacked at the moment. We've got a lot of players here who, if they never even make it at the club, will have some resale value for us. So yeah, keep your eyes on our youth academy. I will have to sort of thin it out a little bit, whether that be from releasing players or promoting them pretty soon. But we keep adding to it. So yeah, eventually that's going to get full. So we have to keep our eyes on that. And then it was time for a bit of a break between the 2 Spurs matches now in the Carabao Cup as we faced Newcastle in the Premier League. And they play with Pasalic up front, who I never knew this, but it turns out he's a bit of a beast in this Newcastle side. Sarr went close for us before Pasalic gave them the lead, Trippier with the assist. I don't know how, but whenever I play against Newcastle, or at least the other time I played against Newcastle in this series, Pasalic was very good there, and he was great here again. This ball through to him, he gets on the end of it, and it was so close to Newcastle 2, Watford 0. Foster beaten, but the post gets us out of it, and it just looked like it was going to be one of those days for us, especially when Kamara's ball finds Brereton Diaz. He struck the volley so sweetly, but it went nestling past the post. And then second half, spoke about Grant earlier about how good he's been for us this year. Our top scorer, of course. Anyone you want the chance to fall to, it's him. But he just didn't connect with it very well at all. And yeah, so 1-0 down at this point with 5 minutes to go. Foster with a great save from Chris Wood's header. And then with injury time and the final whistle looming, a penalty given as Bruno was inside the penalty area. Trooster Kong, I thought they were going to try and put the ball back across, which is why I slid. Unfortunately, though, they went back out and then it ended up being a foul. So, penalty kick. Wilson takes responsibility, sends Ben Foster the wrong way. And I won't lie, I was salty and extremely tilted that I just skipped straight past this because I wanted to get out of the game. Yeah, losing that game 2-0, not good. Speaking of not good, 1-1 draw against Norwich, and then we crash out of the FA Cup in a 2-1 defeat to Sunderland. Oh my, but hopefully we still have a shot at the Carabao Cup final. Second leg against Spurs. 2-1, not the worst scoreline in the world. I did say that I would have liked to have kept the 1-1, but we're still in this at 2-1. We definitely still can overturn this and reach that final. There's the Spurs lineup, and you'll see ours pop up on screen in a moment. Adeyemi starts alongside Brereton Diaz. Sarr and Grant still the front 4. And for some reason it was snowing here, but we used a white football. Usually we use a yellow one when it snows, but for some reason the game didn't change that. So the ball is a little bit hard to see. I apologise for that, but hopefully it's still, or you are still able to see the ball as it's been ricocheted around our penalty area and into our goal from Højbjerg. 13 minutes in, Spurs strike 3-1. Now the job got a little bit harder, but to our credit, we didn't just sit back. We went straight back at Spurs, trying to get ourselves back into this as Brereton Diaz goes close. Lloris with a save, and then the ball cleared, but we fight back for possession, doing well to keep hold of this and still create a chance. Fernandez finding Kamara on the overlap. Kamara's ball back into Adeyemi. Denied, and yeah, still 1-0 Spurs here. But it was us who were asking the questions, to be fair. Grant cuts in on the right foot. Fantastic switch of play, which I wonder if that was actually a shot, but who knows? The ball then back into that near post. Adeyemi gets there. Agonisingly for us, though, into the side netting. And then second half, Spurs, they were looking to pretty much end this game and see themselves through as we tried to go on the attack. They get a corner, keep the ball alive. Eventually, Harry Kane showcasing unreal dribbling ability here as he gets into the area, near post, smashing it past Ben Foster. My friends, I think this is it for us. Unfortunately, I don't think we are going to the Carabao Cup final. In fact, I know we're not going to the Carabao Cup final. So we can be proud of the fact that we reached all the way to the semi-finals, but to fall short at the semi-finals, it is a little bit annoying, and it is, a bit heartbreaking. I'm sure we'll be back here again, but it would have been so good to have got you a final in season number 1. But still, we'll look to do it in the future. As we enter deadline day, 4 hours left. Samir transfer offer, Joshua King transfer offer, both accepted. One to Frankfurt, who we actually took their target, Adeyemi, off them. And I'm not sure where Samir was. I think it was Villarreal. Both accepting those deals meant we had £15 million to spend. And I wanted a new centre-back. So we looked to the Championship, to Fulham, for this man. Tosin Adarabayoyo, I want to say is his name. I apologise if I've said his name wrong. A former Manchester City youth player, an absolute beast at centre-back. And I was buzzing to get this deal done. £9.5 million to Fulham is a steal. I said it about Adeyemi, and I'm saying it about Tosin, who I think will be, well, a centre-back for years to come in this Watford side. 23 grand a week in the wages as well. Don't mind if I do. Welcome to the club, Adarabayoyo. He wears number 4, and he's got Tosin on the back of his shirt. So I'm going to call him Tosin from now on. But yeah, I tried my best. Still, 75 overall. Beast. That concluded deadline day, and as you see, I'll show you the deals we've done here, as that is the list of players in January who have left and who've gone. You might notice Burrows has gone out on loan. He's gone to Sevilla for 6 months. I wasn't sure he was going to get the game time with us, so I sent him to Sevilla to see what will happen in terms of his growth, see if we can kind of glitch the game a little bit and make him grow pretty quickly over there. We'll see what happens when he comes back to us. Still only 16, remember, so got a lot of years ahead of him. And some of the bigger deals in the January transfer window are shown on screen. Bergwijn leaving Spurs to go to Levante is an interesting one because he was actually playing for Spurs a fair bit. So, yeah, I was quite surprised to see him go. This is our squad heading into the final stages of this Premier League season. Mid-table it's looking like, which I would have taken at the start of the year. So, yeah, happy that we're up there. And this is our squad locked in for the remainder of this year. And we've only got the Premier League to play for after we're out of the FA Cup to Sunderland. You're hearing that correctly. Sunderland. Can't believe we lost that 2-1. Anyway, another look then at our youth academy. I said I would be promoting some and releasing some. You'll see the players that I do release and promote as I go through them. For now, though, I want to say a massive thank you for watching this episode. If you did enjoy it, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, a huge thank you for all of your support. I am struggling a little bit with my voice at the moment, so apologies if that's affected the commentary today. But nevertheless, I really appreciate all the support and the patience that you guys show me. Have a fantastic day, fantastic evening, and I will see you all back here again tomorrow at 6 p.m. UK time for episode 7, in which we've got some cracking games coming your way. 15 more Premier League games to go till the end of the season. I think we're safe. I don't think we'll go down, but can we maybe push for European football? You'll have to wait and see. Until next time, adios.